Well, here we are, another day, another lot. I'm in front of lot number 211 right now. I posted a video on 211. Real nice property. This is property number 4 that we have close to the entrance. You got a great grouping to pick from. 211 is a really cool lot, really cool street. Everything is nice, neat, and clean, and like my other lots, is close to the entrance. Today, I started the clearing, and this lot is going to be a killer because there's some big trees on this property, and you know I'm 47, and there's no help, just my lower back and a wheelbarrow. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to stack up firewood along the lot line wherever I have a big tree to make things easier. People like firewood genuinely. So what I'm going to do with this lot is I've got to be strategic because there are some really large trees that I can't take on. A lot of the reasons why I can't take them on is because the angle in which they're falling. I've got electric lines in the front. So this is going to be a tricky one because any big tree that I drop is going to have to fall back. And I'm counting the trees, realizing how many trees are going to be what we call hung up. That means the tree goes back, leans against another tree. That is a real hard scenario because that's the only way that I can drop any big trees. You know, normally we don't want to get hung up. You know, you're not going out there to cut trees and say, I'm going to get them. This lot, I'm going to have to force that. I'm going to have to aim to get hung up. The tree's going to have to fall back, and then I'm going to have to tie ropes to each individual tree and try to pull them out with my vehicle. And normally those are the lots that are the worst to do. And in this particular case, I'm going to be hung up several times. So it's going to be a long, hard lot to do. I can't tell you enough the value in this property based upon not just the location, but the work that I'm going to put involved. Now, what I'm going to do is, obviously, I'm not going to clean swipe the entire lot. I get too many people saying to me, Paul, I want trees. They come from the city. It really works in my favor, too, because I like trees, too. So when there are big trees, for so long as they're nice and straight, then we got a winning combination there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim more just to clear a path for an RV. Some lots I go and I start at the back and I clean swipe everything and I just spot hit trees for the cosmetic look of it. But these trees are huge. So right now I'm just more concerned about you getting your RV backed onto the lot. You can drop the big trees at your own discretion. It's not too hard. You know, every year you drop a big tree and it's gone in a couple years, and you're able to do the work yourself. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm kind of up against. That way you get an idea. This is day number 1 of the clearing. Stick with me. I'm going to upload quite a few videos so that you can keep track of my progress. Really great lot. Really happy with this. Check this one out. Okay. What I've done is I've cleaned up the front with a weed eater. Okay. And I pulled just some minor brush out. This is one of those lots where you're cutting big trees right from the very front of the lot, and that really sucks. But it's nicer when you can clear a third of the lot, start a burn pile, and then start dropping bigger trees. But it's not going to work out like this. The hard work starts early. The burn pile is going to be pushed off for the clearing at least 3 or 4 days. Got a lot of work here. Okay, so when you look at this lot, let's see if I get you a better angle on this. There is the lot line. Okay, now fortunately for me and for the new owner, that there are large trees along the lot line. You really want that because you want to separate yourself from the neighbor. So I want to leave anything big along the lot line now. Watch as I look up. These are some big ones. They just kind of keep going. And then of course, I don't know if you can see, the electric line is right there. There's the electric line. It runs this way. So it runs right there. So I can't take these are probably 60 feet. I can't drop them that way, obviously. So in order to get an RV in here, I'm going to go along the right lot line. Is what I'm going to focus on. Part of the reason is I want to keep the RV away from that neighbor, so I don't want to go down the center. And another reason, you really always want to right or left align your driveway. You always want to. A lot of people go, no, I want to go right to the center. No, 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 don't do that, because it makes accessibility to electric lines, to utilities, so much better. And also, when you go through the center of a small lot that's 40 feet wide, it's wasted space on each side. If you go down here, you have that square footage to work with to develop your property, make it look beautiful, and do stuff with it. But right now, as the property is developing, my stake is right here, and what I'm going to focus on is clearing from here to right about here. Okay, now here's a big tree in front that's got to fall back. There's a big tree that I don't know, it's a big one. I don't know if I can take that on, but I'm going to try to get basically through here just enough we can get an RV on. Let me show you the lot line real quickly. Okay. So the neighbor has his lot line strung off pretty good. So you can see the line goes like this, right to this tree right here. So I'm going to leave these trees right here, right there, and there's another one back there. I'm trying to leave everything along this line right there. Here's a better shot at it. Okay, so there is big tree there, monster there, monster there. No reason to drop it, it's right there on the lot line. We leave that as privacy, as cover. There is a massive tree right here. It's a big one. That's not going to bother you too much. But I'm thinking if I go right, by the way, here is the stake. My sign is leaning up against it. If I go right through here, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but see if I can find the stake, the back marker. The back marker goes right about to there. Okay, so that's a big tree. We'll leave that, and we'll leave that. We'll leave these two. We'll cut this out, this out, this out, this out, of course. And just if you can picture this, this will be cleared right here. Right between this tree and this tree. We want to go right between here. Okay, so we're going to leave these two. We're going to leave the ones on the outside. Okay, so that's kind of my plan of attack. That's the best that I can do. But I will get you on this property. By the way, right there is the back marker. So it'll be perfect if I go right through there. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you updated on how this lot is progressing, and I'll do videos every couple of days. So stay tuned. This is a great lot. It'll be a lot of work, but I think you'll be happy with it. Take care. Have a wonderful day. I'm Paul Kacheroff with 423buyland.com. Right now I want to show you an example of a fully done lot, a lot that's been finished. These are lots that we've sold. Dave and Val do a fantastic job, and this will give you an idea what your lot will look like when it's finished. All the lots look the same when we clear them. Real rough looking with undulating ground and dips from trees that are falling over. But when they're done, I think you'll find that they really do look super. Now, right here is lot number 40. And we sold this lot, and our customer came through and he used Dave and Val to do the development, and they installed the dirt pad. As you can see how nice this property looks. Well, this had lots of dips and everything from trees that were falling over and gone. So this is a beautiful example of a fully developed property. Okay, so check this out. When you look at now, the homeowner has done a fantastic job of installing a fence. Fences look great no matter how you cut the cake. They're beautiful. And this customer was fantastic with us, a wonderful individual. But you can see the freshly laid dirt. You can see the elevation if you look at it. The distance from the ground is this much higher. So there's such great elevation, there's such great drainage. It really doesn't matter what the lot looked like before. In Texas, you have to bring in dirt. Now, I've had people say to me, well, Paul, what if I clear the land, pulled an RV onto the property, and waited a month or two? No. The rate at which an item can sink is literally in 48 hours. We had somebody sink an RV up to their axle in 48 hours. Texas dirt is fresh Texas dirt, no matter how you cut the cake. So all of our customers need to install dirt pads. Across the street is lot 57. And yes, we've done really well this month, and we've sold lot 57. Beautiful corner lot. Come take a look at this pad. This pad was done, I think, within the last couple of weeks, and they're pulling a unit on. And this is a great example of a lot that you don't need to cover the entire lot with dirt. It's up to you. The more money you put in the lot, the more dirt you have. Dave and Val will tell you exactly how much dirt you need. So when you meet with them, you'll know exactly what to do. Now look at this pad. This is a pad just meant for an RV. It's beautiful, well done. It's beautifully sloped. It's nice and smooth. Look at the distance. It's about this high off the ground. That's the elevation. It's about, I want to say, about 4, 5, 6 inches from the ground. Beautiful elevation. When they move their unit on here, they're never going to step off into water. It's all going to drain out, and that's what they do. To the next door is another lot that Dave and Val finished, and of course the people moved the cabin on. These people opted not to do a single pad like you see here. They said, Dave, Val, we have the money, just cover the whole lot with dirt. You can't lose either way. It's all up to you what you want to do with your property. You do have to do the very least, which is a real nice pad like this, which is very inexpensive. So back at this lot, I think it's just a great visual. This was just the most recently done lot. This is what your lot will look like that you buy from us when you're finished with it. So I want to thank each and every one of you out there for watching our videos and spending the time. Our lots are ready to go. We're ready to sell them. If you're interested, contact me or text me at 423-BUY-LAND. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.